Alert, alert. We have a Blubdate. All right, so this has to be the last Blubdate that we're going to get for a little bit of time. But oh my god, now we have even more information, a big confirmation, couple theories, and even a little bit more on mobs in general. All right, now if you're out of the loop on the Blub, I'm not going to recap it too much here today. There are 2 different videos on my channel that you could check out to verse yourself in all of the information you need to know. For today, to make a long story short, the Blub is a leaked upcoming Minecraft mob. Now this leaked mob, it's very legitimate stuff because it was leaked by Christmas itself. Hallmark, the company known for cheesy movies, gift cards, and holiday ornaments. Well, recently, in fact, I think it was actually the day before I dropped a part 2, taking a look at the Blub, it was discovered that on Hallmark's website, if you search Minecraft, you have a bunch of cool things. Like, this one is really, really sick. But if you search Minecraft, you'll be able to find all of the Minecraft things Hallmark offers. A little bit of movie jazz. You scroll all the way down until you find... Oh my god. Veterans will know you saw part 1, the alley. This is an upcoming ornament that is releasing this year to celebrate Minecraft. It's beautiful. If you're on Team alley, you're probably going to need it. This is not going to be available until the summer, but this is a brand new ornament that has never been released before. But in our search results, right next to that one, you'll be able to find Minecraft Blub ornament. It costs about $4 more, and it's so secretive. But huge thing confirmed about the Blub. Take a look at this image right here. This is the image, the screenshot from the catalog that initially leaked it. You can see that the angle is slightly different. Here on the product page, we don't have any more pictures than just this one blackened out picture. But that's very clearly a different angle, and it's making these, I don't know what you're gonna call them other than eyes, look and feel a whole lot more tall and a little bit thin. We see here on the product page that this will not be available until October 10th, presumably a couple of weeks after the fall drop releases. So far, all of the information, like the name, the release date, well, it's exactly in sync on this product page to what we saw in the catalog. But here's the catch. If we scroll down, we can learn a little bit more about this ornament. First thing that I want to look at here, it's pretty technical. The dimensions, 1.5 by like 1.5. Compared to the alley ornament that is actually a little bit cheaper, the new ornament is smaller. Doesn't necessarily mean the mob will be smaller in the game, but I thought it was interesting. About this product, this is interesting. Bring the block-based world of Minecraft to your holiday celebrations. Fans of the popular video game will love to add this Christmas tree ornament to their collection as they explore and create in the newest version of the pixelated style game. Alright, so technically speaking, like we've mentioned while talking about this new mob, it was not confirmed if this thing was going to be in the vanilla game or if it was going to be maybe in Dungeons 2 or some kind of spin-off. At least to me, the newest version of the pixelated style game, this reads like a vanilla Minecraft update, newest version, newest drop, whatever you want to call it. This is definitely reading like it's about a vanilla Minecraft. If we take a look at the alley page, we can see collect and deliver a ton of holiday fun with this alley ornament featuring the passive mob known for its luminous blue appearance, so we get a little bit more information. But there is nothing here about the latest Minecraft update or anything like that. That being because, of course, the alley is not new. We have had this thing for years, and it's probably not going to see any changes, at least anytime soon. This angle of the picture right here is a little bit different as well, and it makes it look a little bit less maybe like a cauldron. And instead, well, your comments. Again, on part 2, the comments were fire, chef's kiss. If you're educated in the land of linguistics, it's great reading materials. Big shout out to the person who counted how many times I said blub in the last video, which was 67. The internet nerds, maybe it's a new version of the Great Hunger. Oh, man, that's a throwback. So going all the way back to 2017, pushing a decade down, meet Mob C. This was the first mob vote that we ever had, the loser to the Phantom. But wait a second, it does kind of look the same with the chubby little feet. Obviously, a completely different head vibe going on, but that is kind of similar. In this world where Mojang revives the old mob boat concept this summer, like they did last summer with the Copper Golem, I mean, it's like way simplified, and all we really knew about Mob C is that this was going to be a mob that would bite you. It was like hungry or whatever, but we never learned very much else about it. This new angle with the legs being definitely cubes, a little bit more prominent, definitely gives a little bit more of Great Hunger. Now try to get sneaky with it here. I took this image and I put it into Photoshop, enhanced the brightness of it, or tried to. And, well, yeah, when I'm messing around with the levels of this thing, I get nothing at all. By the way, definitely this middle part is the connecting part for the string of the ornament. I don't think that's anything to do with the actual mob. You can see here that the exact same thing happens on the alley. It's a little loop. It doesn't actually mean that there's a loop on the top of the mob. A genius idea that kind of goes hand in hand with the potion update concept. This mob feels like it could maybe spawn near the witch hut. Oh man, you know, that's not a bad comparison as well, because with our mob kind of looking like a cauldron, you take a look at the structure of the witch hut, it does kind of have a similar vibe. We have the 4 little feet, it goes up, only this time it turns into a roof, but you know, you add on to the structure, voila, something like that, and all of a sudden we've got Blub. I'll tell you what, if we are looking at a potion update coming to the game in the future, updating witches alongside it, or maybe the swamp in general, that could be pretty cool. After all, the swamp trees, these are completely unique. How about a new wood type inside of the potion swamp update? Potions aren't used by everyone in the community, actually probably a smaller subset of the community. So maybe alongside potions, the swamp. In part 2, we took a look at Blub, blubber, and what it could mean. Well, Blub is also a synonym of crying, weeping, and sobbing. Actually, inside of Minecraft, there is a lot of sadness. We have, of course, the Ghast, a very sad mob, crying obsidian, weeping vines, that's kind of sad sounding, the Ghast tier, the tears music disc. Yeah, there's a lot of sadness inside of the game already, so Blub, crying mob. The developers seem to be sad. Maybe a Minecraft mob involving sadness or something isn't off the table. And that's where we get to the sadness of mourning. Another word for sadness, the mourner pottery shirt. So look, man, if you've been real tapped into the Minecraft community, then you know this image right here, the video. It's the mourner. There's a weird melody being played, a very cryptic title, and to not much else. The mourner, at least by name alone, seems to be something of a sad character. Inside of the game, we've got the mourner pottery shirt. We've had this thing for a long time, and to be honest, it looks nothing like a warden. It's way too tall. Now you mean to tell me we've got ourselves a mob potentially coming to the game that is called the Blub? Blubbering? Sad? I wonder if there's any chance that the mourner and the Blub are in some way related. Mourning? Blubbering? Sad. Now, obviously, what I am not saying here is that they are the same mob. There's no chance that this mob being shown off is the same thing as the Blub. Like, even if this thing sat down, it's just got all the wrong cubes in all the wrong places. But if we have a Blub mob coming to the game this fall, and we have the mourner allegedly tied to Minecraft Dungeons 2, maybe the vanilla game, and Dungeons 2 is releasing in the fall, well, could we perhaps be looking at a vanilla game update that is linked to the big spin-off game releasing around the same time as that vanilla update? I mean, look, we've never seen what it would be like in the drop era of Minecraft to have a spin-off game release, but it seems like it would be a whole lot easier to incorporate an update to a spin-off game now. It's very theorized that the mourner and the warden are somehow related, so like the deep dark, maybe the Blub could be some kind of new deep dark related mob as well. After all, Skulk, though not inherently sad, it does kind of have this sad aura about it with the blue and the sadness, and obviously the mobs being removed from life and what happens near the catalyst. It does seem like all of this could be another piece in the Blub puzzle. Next, though, moving on from the Blub for a second here, I want to talk about some other mob stuff in this video too. Though not necessarily directly related to the Blub, well, it kind of felt like this might be not the worst place for it. Hey, wait a second, also, I've been meaning to build a statue right here. What if I just, at least for now, turned the statue into a Blub statue? Oh my god. Maybe that's the Blub I needed. Allegedly, it's hard to validate a source on this one, but allegedly, the Meet Mob A page on the official Minecraft website was down. And down for seemingly at least enough time for multiple people to begin noticing it, because I kept getting comments and messages. Now, obviously, the Mob A, this is the Monster of the Ocean Depths. This was a proposed mob. It also lost to the Phantom. The Monster of the Ocean Depths was slated to be a deep-sea mob that would pull you down under the water. It was going to be very, very dangerous, and oh boy, hopefully you don't meet this thing. Thinking about some of the technical code that was added to Bedrock Edition that is currently unused, specifically things like a high seas biome tag, it's very odd. It definitely seems like Mojang is setting up for something inside of the water. For the longest time, it seemed like that mob was essentially a glorified squid, you know, except this time, instead of us just beating on the squid and ink coming out, the mob actually didn't like us and would pull us under the water. Now, a huge problem with this mob at the time, like one of the arguments against the addition of this thing is, hey, if this pulls us, let's say, like, even 20 blocks under the water and starts damaging us, well, we have to break away and then swim all the way back up to the surface. How do we actually do that? But now, with something like the Nautilus that could literally halt you're drowning, well, getting pulled under the water randomly seems a little bit less unfair. There are many ways around it. Jump out of Nautilus and not have to worry about breathing, or even just use the Nautilus burst to, like, sprint away and zoom right past it. Technical water stuff going down inside of the code, Nautilus mob to escape the thing, and now the page mysteriously going down. It's quite odd. Also, look, I don't know if this is anything, but if we take a look at the URLs for every one of these pages, Meet Mob A is just called Meet Mob. Meanwhile, the other ones have the letters B, C, and D. Blue Sky, Jeb. So it's been a while since we've taken a look at Jeb's Blue Sky, but perfectly on theme with today's video, the topic of mobs. Hey Jeb, sorry to bother you again. You haven't answered my question. I understand that Minecraft has a shared universe, but what constitutes as part of the mythology and universe? And so then we got a big table with a lot of different sections. We have Minecraft Dungeons, Earth, Legends, all of the different games and books. But on the topic of everything in the Minecraft universe, it's quite a nuanced topic, but everything inside of the universe begins with vanilla and then expands from there. So that doesn't mean that everything in the Minecraft universe is only inside of vanilla Minecraft because, well, obviously we know that to not be the case. But with mobs, vanilla is almost always considered, even when creating them for spin-off games. Does that mean necessarily that the Blub is for vanilla? Well, no. But it definitely looks like it is. What do you think about the Blub? What's your current theory? If you haven't shared it, let me know. Rate my Blub statue out of 10. The lowest you can vote is 10. The highest is above 10. And I will see you all tomorrow. Oh yeah, I do keep seeing questions about this world too, by the way. This is my live survival world. If you ever want to see it, like get tours and things like that, come by a live stream sometime and just ask me. Adios, muchachos.